Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey here, and today we're going to be taking a look at foot strike and how to properly strike the ground in order to run faster. This is something we've talked a lot about in the past, but I think by looking at the women's 100-meter final in the NCAA, they give us a great angle to be able to see some compare and contrast of foot strike that I think can be very beneficial for you. So if you're struggling at all with the foot strike and like to be able to see some video to be able to help you better understand it, I think this will be a great way to be able to do just that. So we have a look at Jamisha Ford here on the left, and we're gonna be looking at Samira Moody here on the right. And the big thing that we see as they're coming through with the foot strike, I mean, we can see on the right side here with Jamisha, she does a great job of being able to get that foot up, but just as that foot comes into striking the ground, and by the way, she ran 11-1 in the 100, so I'm not saying at all that this is wrong or that this is something that needs to be fixed in order for her to be able to be a great sprinter. She's already doing a lot of really good stuff here, but we can see here with Moody, she does such a good job with this dorsiflexion. We're just kind of comparing and contrasting what are some of the things that really stand out with the range of motion. Notice how much range she gets and then is striking on that front part of the foot. Can probably do a little bit better job of absorbing, but we're really focusing on foot strike here. That left leg really gets a lot more of like this inward motion here. And I think that's what really, if there's something that could isolate what she could work on to improve, it would be how she's striking the ground with that left foot, just because it's coming much more inwards and across. And a lot of times over a period of time, we'll see athletes that do this have much more of like some shin splints on the inside part of the foot and just have a hard time of being able to absorb and then push right back off. Now, she does a great job of being able to do just that. She's very strong in the arches, very strong in the calves, so she's still able to absorb and push off with the foot strike that's coming inwards. But if you wanted to be more effective or wanted to be as efficient as possible, then you'd want to be able to get that foot up. And notice with Moody here, she gets that foot straight up in the air and is pulling more out to the side. So she's landing with the foot more right underneath the hip, which is going to be a lot more sustainable when it comes to being able to then effectively push off and be able to get as much range in that push off. Because what happens is when you're coming across here, when you're striking and that foot's coming more inwards, it's just a lot more difficult to get as good of a push off. She still, again, does a great job being able to kind of compensate and still gets a effective push off. Again, she ran 11-1. That's a great time. And for a lot of the season, Jamisha Ford has been one of the greatest sprinters in all of NCAA. So again, nothing against what she's doing or what her results are, but just kind of shows if you're going to be able to work on this or want to get more technical, we want to be able to strike more with that foot coming straight down underneath and having that foot strike be more on like the outside part of the hip rather than coming inside or underneath the hip. We want it to be more in line or potentially on the outside part of the hip as they're striking the ground. But the big thing that stands out with Moody here is just so much dorsiflexion. Love the range of motion there, and then still gets a great pull as she's going to strike the ground to make it so she's very effective with her push off foot strike and her ability to run fast. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this ends up being beneficial for you. If it does, click that thumbs up, subscribe. We make a lot of videos just like this to help you with your sprinting mechanics, sprinting performance, and we have a lot of things in the description down below to be able to help you better understand how to do that. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.